everybody. Well, this is a product review of the Bauhong Artist Grade watercolor paper. You remember that I reviewed the student grade. This is the artist grade. And the main difference that I see so far is in the surface of the paper. This surface has far more tooth on it than the student grade did, and so therefore it's going to give a softer feel and a softer look when you paint on it. And I'm painting a fairly simple painting that I really like, and I figured, well, let's review it just using this painting, okay? And right now I can say that it's taking the paint really well, okay? I put very little paint on, and I'm essentially just painting right now with water, okay? And the results so far are really great. And this is a watercolor block. That's what I use, so I don't have to worry about stretching the paper. I got tired of stretching it, so I went to using the watercolor block, okay? And the paper has got the tug that I like. The tug meaning you know that you're actually applying paint. It holds on to the brush so that it doesn't feel like the brush is going to go where it wants rather than where you want it. Okay, and that's important to me. Okay, the student grade had this feeling, but not to the extent that the artist's grade does. And so I'm very happy with the feel of the artist's grade. Very happy. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a lift here. Okay, we'll see how well this lift works. Okay, that works really nicely. I'm really impressed with that. Okay, really impressed. Okay, happy so far. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do some work on those far hills. So I just gotta reach down here, grab a little bit more blue into the mix, put a little bit more black in it, so I get this blue gray that really want for these far hills. Okay, and now we're just going to come in. We're just going to set that in just like this. Okay, just like that. We're going to bring it right on down here. And remember, this is going to, of course, dry lighter. But I'm still going to go in and I'm going to do another lift. Okay, because I want to see just how well it continues to lift. Now, this is a little more stronger color than we had on the last lift. So we're going to come in here. To touch, we're going to pick up, and we're going to like that. Okay, there we go. That is so nice. That is so nice. I'm just going to run across the top here like that. I'm going to come back and let's take a little bit more off of the top. Now I'm going to scrub a little bit. Okay, and it's important because we're scrubbing, we're testing the surface of the paper. Okay, and there is absolutely no damage whatsoever to the surface of the paper with that scrub, okay? And that makes me a very, very happy camper. I'm gonna grab a little bit of brown, and I'm gonna throw that in here. We're just gonna let these colors mix together, okay? Just like that. Just like that. We're gonna let those two colors mix. Then we're just gonna reach in and we're gonna pull it out. So we got a little bit of color difference, okay? That looks good. That looks good. I'm gonna just move that a little bit. There we are. We are in good shape right there. Okay. Now we're going to leave this area alone for a minute. We're going to come down here. We're going to do some groundwork. Okay, and I'm coming back into that browny black color. Okay, get some water in the brush because I'm not pre-wetting this paper. I'm just pulling this across just like this. Okay, I'm just pulling it across. I'm coming right up here like that. We're just going to pull this across like that. I love the effect that you get with the tooth that is on that paper. That is really, really nice. Now I'm putting a little bit of olive green in here, just for a little bit of a hit, just like that. Okay. Okay, we'll pull some of that olive green around in here. Notice how those two colors blend. I am looking to see just how well they play together. Okay, just how well those colors work, and they work very, very, very nicely. Now I'm just going to reach across here and I'm going to get my little scraper. Okay, let me hold on to this. I'm going to do a little bit of scraping here. Okay, and again, it's important to do this to test the paper. Okay, it's important, and we're doing that. Okay. So far, it's working really, really, really well. Okay, really well. I'm going to come in here. Now when I put some moisture in there, it goes right into those scrapes. And we're really looking for that. Okay. Now I'm putting some yellow ochre into this green mix. Okay. Just like that. Okay. We're just going to pull that. We're going to put a little bit of that up here too. Okay, just a little bit of that up there. Okay, get some water on the brush. Okay, we're just going to feather it down. So far, the paper is doing everything that I hoped it would do. So, kudos to the paper. She's not buckling, she's not kicking, she's not screaming. She's just behaving. And it's a good thing. Okay? She's just behaving. Okay? Take it down there. Let's do a little bit more scraping here. As you can hear, I'm not playing games with this. I'm scraping. Okay, I'm scraping on this. Okay, there we go. Now let's pull some over it like that, and by golly, we start getting some appearance of foliage in there. Now we're just going to take it. We're just going to hit some green in here. Okay. And it is taking that without any problem whatsoever. We have a nice diffusion going in there. Now it's time to go up here. Let's work on the building. Okay. I'm going to take some of that brown mix. Okay. I'll take some of that brown mix. Okay. And I'm going to come here on this side like that. Okay. There we go. And for the other side, I'm going to put some of the blue-black in it. Okay. I'll put some of that blue-black in it. We're going to come over here to this side. That's lighter than I wanted, so we're going to fix that. And I'm using my rotating easel. You guys know how much I love that. Okay, I'm using my rotating easel. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to darken in this area. Now I'm going to just touch and let that go to work. Let's see that diffusion. Let's see that diffusion. I'm going to pull it around like that. I'm just going to pull it. Just moving the color around. There we go. Okay. Just moved the color, just like that. As far as the roof goes, there's not a lot to it. So we're just going to go like that. Just a couple of little shots on the roof. Okay. Now let's check this. Oh, yeah. It's warm in here, so it's drying pretty quick. All right. Now I'm going to come into some green, and I'm just going to darken some green. Okay. I'm just going to punch some things just like this. I'm just going to punch them on here. We'll get back to this. Don't you worry about it. We'll get back to that. I'm going to punch some green in here. Okay. Now I'm going to knock it down with some of that brownie mixture. Okay. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to use some more of it. Okay. There we are. Like that. Okay. Now, a few scrapes here and there, just for good measure. Just for good measure. Okay. And let me get my favorite friends out, my watercolor pencils. You know how I love those things. Let's see if this paper doesn't mind watercolor pencils. Okay, I'm going to turn this thing around like this. Okay, I'm going to come in there like that. Okay, with the watercolor pencil, I'm going to turn her even more like that. That way. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. See, the paper's still a little damp. Okay, so it's taken the watercolor pencil just fine. Just fine. The tooth on the paper is keeping it nice and soft, and that's what I want. Okay, now we'll come in here. We'll put us a semblance of a door right here, like that. You see the value of this rotating easel. It's easy to build. I've talked about how to do it, and I highly suggest it. Okay, there we go. Now we've got got our building set in here. Okay. Now let's just touch it with the brush like that. Okay. And it softens it right up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Softens it up. Gives us a little bit of texture on this side. Just like that. Okay. There we have our building. Okay. Now it's time to bring a little bit more color around. It's very subtle, but it's there. Okay, you see how that lightens it up. Okay, and it's lighting it up very, very well. Okay, and I'm just going to throw some in here like this. Okay, we just put some in there just like that. Okay, like that. And going to come in here and we're going to play around a little bit with some white. We'll put some white on those. And the paper is handling everything just the way I would hope it would. Okay, just the way I hope it would. It has not given me any problems at all. There's no buckling, nothing. I mean, it's behaved and behaved and behaved. So, my estimation on this is if you're looking for a good paper that will give you excellent results, you don't have to look any farther than this Bauhong watercolor paper. I get mine through Amazon, and it's probably going to be the best place to get it because it's not getting a whole lot of play here in the United States yet. And I suspect that before long it will. So my review on this is very simple. If you're looking for a good watercolor paper, something that you can use and trust and have faith in, don't hesitate to get the Bauhong. Don't hesitate for a minute. Just go ahead, buy some, give it a try. Just give it a try. It's nowhere near as expensive as Arches. I'm just putting some raw color on here. Okay, it's nowhere near as expensive as Arches. And it produces simply marvelously. So, that's pretty much my review. I have enjoyed painting with this watercolor paper. Go ahead and buy it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Just buy yourself a little block of it. It'll cost you about 20 bucks. And try it for yourself and see if it does not produce some of the best results that you're ever going to find. I'm so happy about this because Arches was getting out of my price range real fast. And one of my former students said that she was afraid to paint on the arches because it was so expensive. She didn't want to make a mistake. And I can understand that. And she went ahead and she tried the Bauhong, and she's quite taken with it. She's a multi-award winning artist. And I trust her judgment on it. She had me to prove it to her. And so by golly, just give it a try. Give it a try. See if you don't agree. Let me know in the comments about your experience with the Bauhong watercolor paper. So, until next time, I give this a double thumbs up. And remember that Grandpa loves you. I love you. I love you. I love you.